I'm Dr. Anthony Harper here at the NRB convention, Dallas, Texas, with Brad Dacus, Pacific Justice Institute. Brad, it's great to have you join me today.
Well, it's a pleasure to be on the program. Thank you.
Well, a little bit about Pacific Justice Institute to share with our readers, our viewers, just a brief summary about what Pacific Justice Institute is all about.
Certainly. Well, I founded Pacific Justice Institute in 1997 with the help of former U.S. Attorney General Ed Meese. We started in Sacramento, California, and we defend religious freedom, parental rights, and the sanctity of human life, all without charge, with hundreds of affiliate attorneys. And we now have offices in 13 states, coast to coast, Seattle to Miami, Orange County, California to New York City, and a lot of places in between. And we have over 50 cases in active litigation. And what makes us very unique, is that we don't just cherry pick the high-profile cases. We make sure that no one is left on the side of the road when it comes to religious freedom, parental rights, and the sanctity of human life. And we do work all completely without charge. That's
wonderful. I'm going to encourage people to check out your website. What is that?
Oh, yes. It's pji.org, P for Pacific, J for Justice, I for Institute.org. And it's very exciting to see how so many parts of the country are welcoming us to their communities to serve and to have a real impact for freedom and liberty.
Those are so crucial issues. I want to invite people to support Pacific Justice Institute, other Christian legal societies that are helping on the forefront of a lot of very important issues that are in our Congress, affecting our religious liberties. And these are very troubling times, Brad, I know. And so what are the top legal concerns that you have that Christians are facing right now?
Well, of course, the church shutdowns was huge in terms of its violation of our constitutional rights. First 2 weeks, I get it. We didn't know what we were dealing with. But then when they open up liquor stores and pot shops, marijuana places and other places, and they tell the churches, no, you have to stay closed or only have 10 people. It was outrageous. We filed an emergency injunction with the United States Supreme Court. And in 3 days, we got that emergency injunction against Governor Gavin Newsom of California and Santa Clara County on behalf of a number of churches that we defended, saying, in essence, you cannot treat churches unequally, unfairly. You have to let them open. You have to let them have the same occupancy as other institutions. It was a fantastic, decisive victory, and we've been building on that ever since. Now the next wave we're dealing with, though, right now is the coming vaccine mandates that are very concerning for so many people. We're looking at schools potentially this fall requiring the vaccine, COVID vaccine, particularly if it's no longer an emergency vaccine. If the FDA approves it in early August, we're really concerned about this. Yeah. So that school districts in blue states, predominantly like California, are going to require kids probably to have the vaccine, or else even try to push it on private schools as a mandate. This is a huge concern. Employment, we have a number of employment cases. We had in New Jersey, we had 6 nurses told that you can't just wear a mask instead of the vaccine, you have to be vaccinated. That's alarming, considering the fact that a large percentage of people in the medical profession, over 40%, I understand, refuse to be vaccinated for concerns regarding risk. So, and the media has tried to make it look like anyone who has a concern is some kind of wacko, uneducated person. 40% in the medical profession is a large percentage. So, we defended those nurses and their rights. So to wear a mask instead of being vaccinated. This is going to be a serious threat. So what we have on our website, it's a resource. It's a vaccine mandate, your defenses and rights, and people can download this from our website without charge and be empowered. Our attorneys put a lot of time into this, dealing with from shoppers, people want to go into stores, want to go into school and the employment area. And it's at pji.org, pji.org.
Well, along with that issue, I'm also thinking about what it brought up at the White House about the COVID vaccine for veterans. I was looking at statistics, only 14% or so of veterans have taken the vaccine or participating. So a majority of our U.S. veterans that are very patriotic in light of Biden's statement recently that it's not patriotic to not cooperate with the vaccine. So the big question for me has been: is he saying that it's not patriotic for all these U.S. veterans that aren't cooperating with the vaccine? And that is alarming of an issue. Really, kind of I see like demonizing people that don't cooperate with this is like. We've got to go along with this program, with this vaccine. So.
Yeah, and the government has actually made some mistakes with vaccines in the past that have had serious medical ramifications long term that initially it was not apparent. So this is a major concern. This is a new kind of vaccine. It's an experimental vaccine, really, for all practical purposes. We already know, for example, that over 800 teenagers, young people, who had the vaccine, over 800 have inflamed hearts. That's not a minor, that's a major factor, and there's all kinds of other reports. So particularly we're talking about people under the age of 50, under the age of 40, kids in college and school, to require them to assume a risk that is not necessary for their own health is very inhumane, counterproductive, and a clear violation of fundamental civil liberties.
Very disturbing, especially with the impact on the church, religious freedom, conscience, and I would encourage everyone to pray seriously about this. Is the impact on the church. Number one, the operation and the function of the church is crucial to America. Our religious freedoms are a key issue. Without those religious freedoms, America will fall. And Brad, so thankful for you to address these issues and these concerns. I want to encourage people to support all the Christian legal societies like yours and others, and God willing, we'll have some more major victories coming up on this vaccine issue and so much more.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care.